In this video, let's look at two important questions. Why is Java popular? And then we would understand platform independence in detail. Let's get started with the first question. Why is Java popular?
The two important reasons why Java are popular are it's a platform independence. It's great. The fact that you can run a Java program, you can compile it once, generate a EAR or a var or a jar, and you can run it anywhere on any device. That's a great feature. The second important thing for me is object-oriented programming. They were object-oriented languages before Java as well. So Java is also really popular. I think these are the two reasons: platform independence and object-oriented language. The next thing we should look at is platform independence in depth. What is platform independence? Basically, what platform independence means is I can compile the Java program. I can generate the bytecode for the Java program. Here the first class.class is the bytecode. Is the compiled output from a Java compiler or an interpreter. Or it can be a jar file, or it can be an EAR file. The great thing about Java is you can take this file and you can really run it on any operating system. I can run it on Windows, I can run it on Mac, Unix and Linux. How does the magic happen? The magic happens through something called a JVM. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. JVM does the magic of converting the bytecode to the format which is understandable by the operating system. The actual problem with writing platform independent, developing platform independent languages is that the language that Windows understands is different from the language, different from the language that Mac understands. By language here, I really mean the in-depth binary codes that Windows uses is different from the assembly language of Windows is different from the assembly language of Mac, and so on. Unix is different from Linux. So that's where the JVM comes in. There is one JVM for every operating system. What I mean is there is one JVM per operating system. So the JVM for Windows is different from the JVM for Mac. JVM for Unix is different from the JVM for Linux. What the JVM for that particular operating system does is convert the bytecode, convert the Java representation of this particular code, that is bytecode, into the into the format which is understandable by that particular operating system. So once I install a JVM, once I take a JVM and I install it on a particular operating system, then I would be able to compile. I would be able to run the compiled Java code. That's basically the beauty of platform independence. For me, the real reason why Java is so famous is because it's one of the very first platform independent languages. You can write a Java program on a Mac system, take the class file and run it on a Unix system. All that you need to do is install the JVM for Unix. So that's really great.
Now that we understood why Java is popular and what is platform independence, we would move on to the next question. What are the differences between Java and C++?